NDC contract over the Mawa have for no, not money be any home. Could you observe our crowns? No, see there be. A crown where dear. Some cast of me barber Guswam and Numbeguase. It's I'm sad to two crown in a son of Messiah for fro. And that any and then. Nano Nanado by my cousin Anna. For 20, my bosom you know, Daniel Fry. And that what is a Casamitrim? I am the for sure, now, mammy tea. Me and ya, dear, that would tell you. I done yaya upon the bay. I have for my yaya upon the bay. Casada Bravo. A day. Ya was says this. Me no pen and this for dear. I have for your two about your two my MPP. Half a dear banner saying. And you have fatty Timosa. Coco Cacra, Mutumitui, and your crown was one of Faco, over Cobiana Carda from. And now you're near Bocana for the China Adeco. Your father senior and I say. And then sure time I was so around dance over pa. Aday. You cannot cry, most me and cannot cry. Aday, yaya upon the bay.
Some months ago, I heard that Bishop Doug Hayward Mills talk about building. He made similar comments here. Yes, these two roads to Accra, Kumasi, we haven't been able to build. And he made a very, very insightful comment about why is it that we are not building our roads with concrete and rather doing all this asphalt bitumen stuff, which the roads get washed away after 2 seasons. You look at Temamoto Way, which was built with concrete, and it is lasting almost 50 years. And so that sort of got me thinking, and we started that discussion. It's a simple idea, but it's full of wisdom. I checked, and I realized that even in India, since 2014 in India, they have a policy to only build concrete roads because it works out much cheaper. So I said, well, let me bring this to my bosses, and we have been discussing this as recently as last week in Parliament. And Bishop Doug, I'll let you into it. Cabinet did decide last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country.
For me, from the camp of Dr. Baumia. Intino moa mabaha say no michiamo pa or dos ronkosu. Minia ena go so OmanHene yeti bedwemu nana NPP aban amani suno. Minuanom ahafofo asantifo. Simohu nipa na oye concrete roads no. Ono na wama OmanHene mu emu a isu no. what you say time why this adwuma we ma Coffee Joe so am I no na saa kwan na me use no saa Goaso kwan na no anefa mankranso to tepa to Goaso atiri so a hono na o de kɔ e de kwa akosi Kenya ase ho saa Kenya ase hono na friends OmanHene kwabna asante ekuro mu no and so beba betena ho aye na afunu sebo fruit na wa defend politician no e wa Accra on say the contract no e ma ya for some years ya ansa nko ho no because no mo ye kwan no e ma me ankasa na me fa kwan no mo ye aban sesan no eno ano no me say road construction on say ye shase ni ye na se bibia ba na contractor ni jai kakra na waye na nka aka kitua bia ma na wie no say ya ntoa so ahun e kwan ne sentem krasin senior first na esitie no say nipa we no wasan be unity abete ho say yankoto abama no concrete roads na we hen Samu busa mahama se mahama ba ode no be Yesu ye busa ba omia so se oti aban mu o ka se cabinet atake decision se o be concrete roads e we hin me say politics on going forward no yeah e be change the face of Ghana politics ndi wa wontumi nye no we pie free mu sa no kro we na e ma nipa so mo beka Yes, I'm Goaso OmanHene kasa ni bini atichi mu. Tie. Goaso hene o enye me. Goaso hene oni otumfo mu na yede enam oye OmanHene onye hene ketwa o. We onye hene ketwa oye OmanHene. Tie.
NDC contractor o de ma wa hafo no na boni bia ni ho. Kokyo sa ba kwan so. No se da bi ekwan we de se me kasa me ba be kusu amanum begu ase se me sa tutu kwan ni nyina nsan ma sa ye foforo ene nano ba me
asema papa yi kan enya asem keto 2 years ago enya this year me ba Ghana 2 years ago me ba e no me kodru Ghana honum no me drive from Kumasi to Tepa. Afe me drew man kranso, e free man kranso kono. E kwani nyina yemfutu nam se me busa me nuanu ma me no mkos na den e kwan no ni nyina yemfutu sa. Omusi aban ne se oba beye. Enti from man kranso to Tepa no na e kwan no na baby ena mfinfini baby na enye but na enye se imo tutu eyemfutu kwan yo yesi Coffee Joe aba beji ekwan ni nyina so ekwan no nya meye no wadwisu nyina from mankran so saa de kwa ko yese ubewura Tepa no nam se how ekwan no nya nya dia ma de wo dada no ano emrante ne mmaba wono ene nkokurafo ne mrofo no omunyu saa kwan na yesi Coffee Joe ba bede abedwi kwan nyina so se ye ba beye la General Hospital de ni bi no ye ba be si la General Hospital no inti ye bu edan nyina agufom enso me no ka sei inyanye sa video ya mohwe eye ne ya o na mahama ko ho ohene no o se me kasampomu nte se mfuturu ama oyare Goaso kwan no eda Goaso kuro no eda kwan hu Goaso kuro no eda kwan eda Tepa Kenya ase eda kwan hu Twachiase Momienti na yema na ensu kakra ne ha.
Asana na foot 20 ma bosom nyina adwane afira ahimfia. monte se me kasa me tirim eya ni brisem futro na ma me ti me ya nya yade e wo tiri ho adan ya ye bone ban ahafoma ya ye bone ban kasa da mi rafo adan ya was says this me no pen ya ndisi for dia ahafu ya to aba ya to my MPP na fe dia ba no sen ani ya fati ti musa koko kakra mutumi toyi anya kwan we so anefa ko wo be ko bia na ka da fom ena ya nua nyina bokana fo na etwa ya nyina ade ko ya fara si nyina na asai ana nsi oto ana wusu se wan hwa dan so bepa adai ya kano kura musumi yan kano kura
Alentina na ka say ye kano kura musumi yan kano kura ohene age microphone na o ka say ajimi for ba be ka say oye ndc ni same thing o ena do OmanHene e sha sese o kasa 2016 no omso ye ndc ni but ahemfo e kasa ma NPP dia ye okay Inya Supreme Court judge Ekufuado na appointing the Supreme Court ho eti bedwam ye koto aba no e ka se yensan koto aba mfama na Ekufuado and people were okay with it me say amanye no ayetimu no ye dinkunim ye diko ye be sene di bio ye dinkunim ye diko ye be sene di bio akuchenya miati sewa ye dinkunim enkofo no omwadi oman Ghana so nkunim enu ntina ehemfuni bi adane nkwasiafo a enadi so nkwasiesie sika no omwadi wo nso nkunim ebim nso so ne nkofo no aya adwen na omwadi Ghana so nkunim adentia de na omwani na the things they didn't ever think of it. They did not think of it. Say, a Debbie Beba, Oma be di Ghana so, no mo beba be nya omo te so di omo nya no. And that is the reason tia, omo tonyum say, omo di nkunim, na omo di ko, na omo be sen di bio. These people have succeeded and have triumphed over the so-called opinion leaders in Ghana, the pastors, or let me put that the religious bodies, chieftaincy, you name them. They have triumphed and they continue to triumph. Omo die so nkunimu ankasa na senye nkunimdie e na aba omo afa ankadie koso ye bekoso kadie sisi nke besi se wo wakodi lines watu aba na Ekufuado otumfo edi line so bi koto aba no but otumfo cannot speak like the way OmanHene we kasa no mema mo refi se OmanHene we na katre DC bi Goaso say oye program bi na okase ya bekate soda onsi ase na obesi ase a this project no contractors our site adentia de Kofi Job abeye na saase a amemfuturo konimu no eya dance die kese e na wote ase na oba na wo hwe video na like keke kura obe like na eya odin share keke a obe share no eya odin. Yes. But once so na ya ma life you will be the first person to complain. You the same person now. Unim ne wo se wo ye ma nyoma koso no. Onye. But ono so na be side the first person. Our baby complaining. Minianum yede ahai na egu ahai anso ne yete ye mpa obi ate wo me se menume mpa watewo ni office obe ya ho beto no na ho ato but ye be ka no kran de akere wo ope a wo hwe mo YouTube ni so a your prerogative right so be like it so be share so be in day igina wo a so ye person nsem a ye ka no e ko grassroots no no omo ti de ye dey ye ka nase e kwan a ye de ama contract amfum so bi ani ho e kufuado bodamfo yi etimi sorry ye de koko road ama no wa suspend no no abusa say baby a contractors ni ye aduma kopem ye no ensuo e beto a saa osuo no obeka kire asase na aka akwan ne se ekufuado astopo ekwan ne yenti no me nkohohoro de ya ni mfi ho me se ekufuado mo nhwe na adwen mu ena esedu nketia kan ne se ewo se ye de ekufuado ko ne yekohwe na adwen mu oye bodamfo first class road minister Jimmy road minister no wa bodam wa Jimmy ono ti o ka say you have to double up na almost started so mo ye kwan no ye ne ya ka akiri omo adi anim kan and we got to double up o mpanyimfo abodamfo se no mu di uso obebre obebre ankasa because mpanyimfo agimi ewiase no me se ade abompa yetia de bia ne se oni nkofo omo agimi benante ade a wo so bompa yetia ne obefa obi a wagimi se onye leader from Akufuado ekosi the last NPP person no adwen friend adwen se bi ni omutirim because se waba ni ye kwan ni de kwan na ma contractor e wo se kwan no o stop no ansa no akohwese kro no bi o e wo se wo stop no ansa no akohwese adeboni bi koso et said ye ya appoint you as a new surgeon doctor oyo operation and na said doctor bi na ohwe case bi ene wawu doctor na wu doctor na tukwan ena new doctor waba obehwe so no aye wa solve problem no afena odi bibia e ba beto ho afena on odi bibia ba be gu ho afena odi bibia e ba be gu ho nom na adi bibia gu ho nom a on solve enhwehwe nkrata mu nwie no na patient no be ko no da ho twen ho meanwhile no enye nkrata mu hwehwe nti na abai wo bai so obagi nipa nkwa enipa ne da ho o yare owu na wote ho ene doctor dada na wo ko ana so ya transfer no woni ne kwa akotwema nso woni sa doctor no kwa akotwema nso ansa na wo twema nso ni wie a wa ba behwe yarefo no na mese obeba no na yarefo no oda so da ho twen wa na Akufuado mi hu bida ye kase leader wa bodam oni adwen oye number 1 hwe unim ne ntia wo mo ti 1 o mo de policy bia akra ba policy no de ba no onti ase eno anso otudi echi na wa blow no yenko nko a obedi Senye sa ati ba omia. Senye sa na issue ni ti audi ti ba omia. Ti no.
24 hours. You can buy electricity 24 hours. But because of digitalization, you can transfer money for 24 hours. You can receive money for 24 hours. There are many chop bars that are open for 24 hours.
So this is what they do. They are bent on trivializing issues. They are bent on what? Trivializing issues. They trivialize every and anything they come across. Adie bia eba omo ani so se omo te se obi ka bibi na eye ipe a na o ma dane no nkwasi asem. Adie bia beba omo tirimu no anaso omo te se obi ka asem a ontin you can buy a chop bars e operate 24 hours. Ba omien chop bar bay and the wo Ghana e operate 24 hours. Fami ko baako. Mama ba omia enkonko kyerɛ me baby a chop bar bi wo a e operate 24 hours e wo Ghana ho. Kwasia we se mo kofa na ba bedi nipa so. We obi oti opposition no o se sika no aye adwuma Bank of Ghana da na sika onim se sika wo ho enti ono be ye ayi ne dia ha sika sem enye issue emfa ma Ghana ade ati obenya power na afide o se wanka se wo mobesia otie no o se wanka se wo mobesia tie sa video no kura we. Oh.
We are also in this context going to bring our debts back to more sustainable levels. We are going to reduce the debt to GDP ratios over time. It doesn't mean, and a lot of people misunderstand when we say that we are going to be responsible. It doesn't mean we will not borrow money. It only means that we are going to borrow responsibly and not recklessly. No government can say they won't borrow money. That is ridiculous. But you
Unim say, abra na wo power no. You knew say no government can shun away from what? Borrowing money. Unim sa say abambia ni wo beba Ghana hono a obeka se onkonko besia enso na wo ti opposition e kan tre Ghana fo say why ye adwuma Bank of Ghana order na unim se sika wo ho unim se sika wo ho enso sika no e wo Ghana ho na o boss tibon koso no so enam baabi ya ti sika so enso komodie sa abre no ya frɛ ne sɛ o mekire baabi ya sika no wo Peace FM eno kotena aye Peace FM eno ko ya okotena aye ye ti sika so enso ekomdie hwe Ghana fo okona okoto abama ba omia. It's like say wo kwa no audi uti akwa akose afidie so say afidie enkam fe wo kon mema renfio onipa wo so be concrete roads enne concrete roads near hwe no Ghana wa ehunu ba bia enipa we catch you say waye adwuma Bank of Ghana da no nim se sika wo ho ntinya ade a obegye besia owie ye no aba be catch you say obegye besia na obegye wo ne kwan so oji busia no woni kwan so wie a yebuso om se de na om di sika na ya om se digitalization ena mi busa se sa digitalization no ɛhe fa ɛna Akufo-Addo baaye ba onua one ne ko two baabi the fiber optic cables fire, because without laying fiber optic cables across the length and breadth of the country, you can never realize any digitalized economy. And so if you so tout yourself that you are the originator of the digitalization drive in Ghana, give us proofs, give us evidence. Let us understand from the minutest point that indeed you brought digitalization. You have predicated all your achievements with regard to this so-called digitalization on the solid foundation John Dramani Mahama built for Ghana. And even the company that is taking lead in this contract is still the same contract John Mahama had engagement with. And so, what is your problem? You came to meet Accra Data Center, Accra Digital Center. You came to meet all these facilities. Show to us. Because you cannot have a software without the hardware that comes with it, or you cannot tell me that your computer is able to work, but this computer has no software. And if you go get yourself your software and you do not have the hardware, then how do you convince me that you're good to go? You only be good to go when you have the two working together. And having the two means that one of them precedes the other. One of the twos precedes the other, meaning that you need to get, it is prerequisite that one should come before the other follows up. And the prerequisite one is the hardware. In this case, without laying fiber optic cables across the length and breadth of the country, you wouldn't realize any digitalization. It's like someone asking you to send your passport, but you do not have a scanner. You do not have a phone with a scanner on it. You do not have a phone with that comes with a camera. So without the camera, without the scanner, without all these physical tools, how do you then get to scan your passport? But the one who has the scanner, the camera, the whatever, is able to scan. You may have your passport, but how do you digitalize this passport? You need a scanner. You need a camera. You need these physical gadgets to capture something from the analog, the analog base. What is digitalization? It's simply changing analog data into what? Digital data. So, offer photo no. Now the camera or the scanner, and they are picking data na also no. Now what save? And one digitalization o. Okoto ade a, senka odi sika betua no. You are able to use friends say you are able to bypass the physical use of what? money, and then you use electronic means. That is digitalization. So if you do not have the physical infrastructure to support all these things, how do you then get your system digitalized? You see, brothers and sisters, do not allow yourself to be like bamboozled by these unscrupulous people. They are dimwits, but they project themselves onto you guys as some kind of classical thinkers, but they are not. They are hardcore dimwits. Baumia cannot fuse points together to make a meaningful sentence. I am telling you for a fact, if you go queue up, if you go line up to vote for this crook, I tell you with all sincerity and honesty that you later find your two arms or two hands stuck in the mud. Voting for Baumia is like walking in a sinking sand. Afro, baby, voting for Baumia is like that. You don't make any progress in your life. You cannot make any progress in the economy, in your business. Someone conceived the fantastic idea of like opening up the economic base of the country, and you are there trivializing issues. You are there trivializing issues because they know that that is what the people want, and that is what the people will follow up. When this guy cracked, I don't know, isn't even a joke. What the guy did isn't even a joke. That there are some chop bar operating 24 hours, and the people were what? Cheering him up. Because that is the conversation the people like. The people feed. They settle on mediocrity. And you think these people ruling us don't know? They know from the scratch that these people, the people they rule them, the people they lead them, they have strong interest in listening to stupid things. And that is why to me is fun of feeding your brains with stupid stuff. That is why almost all the media houses in Ashanti and precisely Kumasi, they bombard you day and night with stupid stuff. And the more they continue to feed your brains with that, you become so soaked in those stupid stuff to the extent that you cannot extricate yourself from the situation. And when you get yourself entangled to that point, it's like someone having strong indulgence in alcohol. You become so addicted that if you don't get the alcohol, you cannot survive. And so people have fed on lies to the extent that without lies, their ears cannot appreciate any stuff. And so if you approach them and you don't approach them with lies, I tell you, they will not listen to you. Brothers and sisters, Eric Bringer, that is the question I'm asking. If you do not have a strong fiber optic base, how do you then build upon? You see, digitalization, to digitalize an economy, you need a leverage. To move an economy to that level, you need a leverage. And what is this digitalization of from the camp of Baumia leveraging on? What is it leveraging on? A DNA Baumia digitalization is general. What's its foundation? You see, sometimes we don't come here to gainsay stuff. We don't come here to make statements full of contradiction. No. We come here to actually accentuate the point, emphasize strongly on the point that, guys, open your eyes. Because the enemy is not far away from you. The enemy destroying your business is that your NPP that you are so much soaked in that you do not want to leave it a bit, a moment, a minute. That is your enemy. The enemy that is able to break down La General Hospital but has no plans of replacing it. The enemy that is able to excavate, to hurriedly remove the surface, even the somewhat good road you're enjoying. This enemy comes to you with a sinister mindset that, oh, I want to build your road for you. What the previous administration gave you is work. And so I'm going to give you a comfortable one. And so allow me to excavate the old one. But in the end, it is dust that will get into your lungs and your respiratory tract. I tell you, your enemy, your political enemy is not far away from you. Especially my brothers and sisters in Kumasi and the Ashanti region at large. People, wise up. NPP fooled you 2016. They fooled you again 2020. Do not settle for mediocre stuff. Wise up. Change your ways. Change your ways. Change your thinking. Let there be a paradigm in your political thinking. Those who have been complaining that in Kotu we want the program to be in English, and then there's atom lies. Today, the boys in your court. And see how you, this guy, you have recline in your seats. I think with your beer by you and you're sipping like that. Minia, we are here to serve you with the ipso factus. Brothers and sisters, enuanom ne adofo, mummie mwani. Do not go line up the year coming and stupidly vote and later come and tell us that, oh, I should have done that, I should have done. We are not. we are not interested in this kind of stupidity. Mo kotom nkwasi aba wiya. No ma ba betra ho ba be yididi. Mo kotom nkwasi aba wiya. Mo kotom nkwasi aba wiya. Na mo aba. Amo baba be yididi enkoto na emetwitwa anye wo loud silence media ene emetwitwa anye wo emetwitwa anye wo
NDC contract a wode ma wa hafo no na bone bia ni ho kopio sa ba kwan so no se da bi ekwan we de se me ka se me ba be kusu amanum begu ase se me sa tutu kwan ni nyina nsalma saye no foforo ene nano na lado ba me ka se na futuro nti ma bosom nyina adwane afira mfia ene moti se me kasa metirim eya ni birisem futuro na ma meti me yanya yade e wo tiri ho adan yaye bone ban ahafoma yaye bone ban kasa da mirafo adan ya was says this me no pen ya ndisi for dia ahafu ya to aba ya to ma MPP na fe dia ba no sen ani ya fati ti musa koko kakra mutumi toyi anya kwan we so anefa ko ubekọ bia na ka da fom ena ya nua nyina bokana fo na etwa ya nyina ade ko ya fola si nyina na asai ana nsuo to na wusu se wan hwa wodan so bepa adai ya kano kura musumi yan kano kure adai ya bone bai
Ohene mamenka asem kituwa bi mfa nkyerɛ wo Goaso OmanHene mo ka ho bi ene yaduru ba bi a yaduru no Ghana ahemfo mo ka ho bi you are part of the problem and we're not going to exclude you guys from the issues you are part you form part of the problem now we find ourselves in moka ho enyome shase aginsem no na mo okuro ni mu na maka mo mano atom ene ura osetutu opimso de otoso mienu ogina kumase pa achew ejiji sika no na won so wo hye Goaso eisu on se mo adane nkwasiafo wan se mo adane nkwasiafo ekuro no amo chichire no mo ye mpanyimfo you are the leaders of the community you are the leaders of your respective towns and so Some of you are learned even more than the politicians. Why do you sit down so long for things to get out of hand? And even up to this time, you cannot rightly apportion the blames. Or to me, apportion blames to say, and anado. They cannot. What do you guys fear? Do you want to tell me that you are a bunch of cowards? Mo pese mo chem se mo ye ehufo e na mo di nkofo nanim enya mo nsem fata. Hwe be se na wotwini a medika otumfo asem no. Ni onim nyansa no wa hu de me pese me kire. Enne me pese me kire otumfo se. Me pese me kire Goaso OmanHene. MamponHene. Any OmanHene bia o Ghana. Ose odidi se oyo OmanHene a owo nkofo di o manim. Edi o mo so. Ene ne se moye nkofo a moye ehufo. Muntumi nka no kure enkyire tumi. Nti ni kwase yi mu se mu ni anim. Okay? Baby o man na dru no me yo hene o Ghana ho no mo a. Mesi ni nketi aka kire se ekwan no wa meye me mindful se mo pese mo ni me ya adwen a mo nto aba nti ya wo mo. To abantia, be bold, put all cowardice, put all cowardice aside, be bold and speak to fact. Kano kreche o man is say the time Otumfo hoisted the staff or far akufnanimu ana or peja koswa or the tire no. Or the chair say, or the nukre, and the bedini mind so. Now, or the akukudro, and the bedini mind so. Sana misusu se Goaso OmanHene. Or the nukre. Uswa say, or the akukudro bedi o OmanHene. Na ye say, or hene ensu o bedwem. And wasu o bedwem. Was he too ade so mumuni ma mamre on OmanHene ensu bedwam so wasu o bedwam a was he too ade so na nado nti won se wusu o bedwam na nado nti muntumi nka nkyere se ade no ye no adefon. Some of the people, some of your subjects on near ebi omo emre, they are so weak. Not even so weak, they are too weak mentally and physically. And so sometimes they need some kind of heat from more leaders, no. Na mo Kenya mo grassroots no. Na sa wo OmanHene no a wo dankofo na no a wo kase du bedwam no. So what betina bedwam na usu a Goaso ni no Goaso man ba no ono so onye de ehufuo na Goasofuo moyi se mo OmanHene ehufuo utimi su ewo opposition leader political party wo opposition no ni leader onyambedi tumi afi no obesi tumi no so utimi kasa esu won nanim ekire wo yawa ewo wanim ewo wo kire no a adenti ena won kantre ne wote akonya so no se onyan kwase ade no namu ena mama na bedru ha onse maha mepetumi no one na mama ahemfie kuro bi obekọ nsu bia no okọ ahemfie adenti no ba ahemfie onim se tumi wo ho onim se influence bi efiri ahemfie ekọ enkofo na omoto aba no so politicians no omunya nkwasiafo if you think say obi friend wo say opese oye political party ni na okodi line to abama no a me mfa ne se omunya nkwasiafo omunim de obopese omunya onse baby obedu bia no odu a okọ hene ne honom adentia onim so oba krum ho no ama ohene no okra na ekrum hofo no ankasa beka se wamfa nidie amfa ama ekru hene no ena onim die so wamfa nidie ama me krum hene a eye me na womumi because me na mayi me krum hene no so wonkotena ho me krum hene no or represent me because Mahama untimi miti obi o Ghana one by one. You meet the people through their chiefs, through their opinion leaders. As you say chief, you use opinion leader. Now you cannot meet the truth head on. You don't deserve. OmanHene, I understand your frustration. But your frustration is based on stupidity. So any hunsu ni jina. Yensu nchire opposition party. Yesu chire abanya wote so. Ye kasa chire abanya wote so. Because as we sit here and Jojo, I am advocating that you go bring Mahama back. Give him the mantle again. But I don't know factually, or let's say not even factually, for want of a better word, no. I don't know it say surely Mobekwa koto abana manama aba be president. And so why do you cry? Into switch no na so wa ma power usu na usu yen fa so be na woso. Meanwhile obi te honom a odi nkwasiasem. Before 2020 election na okuru kwan na sa nati o and the people still voted for san kwasia kwan na. So na who cause am? You do be see her. Number ni 0240258269. Frame na yeni nkomo. Na the same number na no obetimi as support with Momo or any means via opeso support no. O kasha eye tema educote o send in manual min sabere ebeka. You can I'm sure we are YouTube on YouTube. Number na da wa person friend no. Bit me afre. Oh. Bit me afre.
I am strongly opposed to this image of Africa as a country with its hands out, begging for arms and begging for aid. We don't have to do that.
We really don't have.
We don't have to do that. We have all the resources on this continent properly put together, properly managed, that can create prosperity for our people. We should be giving aid to other people, not people giving aid to us. I believe that strongly.
Hello? 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 We need our friend. Mini our friend, no, because one afraid. Mini out, didn't baby a casa free. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Mini out.
Everyone, good evening.
Yes, on.
It's you, Busia, for one year.
Bushing for Biajo, so. Oh, I don't call.
Ghana, him for 4 days. The Omo Baby, who may be crying, as Omo Baba, the Suzy and Casangasa. Ghana, him before no. So, I'm finding a Chomanan 20. No one to me, and sorry, and Kano Cran campaign to Ukumia. Ghana, after you be the Ghana, I him put the multitude. Then, Sassy Bibria, you took a fan. What to me, no, he did no, I said. A Bible for in a day concessions, Emma Galamsayas, and I say, small scale miners. Emo be you to my woman's house, no more. Now, what to honor my near the friend is a consignment. You know about Kumo, no about Baby, now when he out to the street. Share a handful. A domina you see from a kind of crack any man for say. A mean a massage so. A Baba say, a mean a mean so move Baba trouble. Into me, my moon share and my moon say to me we are. And can you have you? Ya say na edu say sisi ade. Ya nya hye so mamo. Ekuru ya bema futu abom. Na na mo abegina begye mosu. Ina aka no amanye ne amanne ye tete na se. Ina oni mama mbre so a ye nsaya mambre. Na ne nso obedwem. Na nankasa onyi ne tawtaw ngo emfa mo. Na se president bitum be bi ade. Ema na to bi so obedwem a ya na fo ma ye sole. Unya me da se bedwem.
Me da se, minia me show bibia. Enti minia eno na da honom na Ralph nso abekire na adwen no 2% o kire wa adwen number na da honom correct o phone nya number na correct inti free eba line no that's it correct inti so person o support nso a you can support through the same line minia o dini baby akasa free Mr. Background no menti o ho device no so tie o phone call so
Mr. Refu Marcel until mas we someone there inquire na reality na ato omo no so omo dream say omo yobi what they say on say otumfo mahama ba ne ho sometime bi no or no I catch Mahama plain so no one can see Kumasi group, no Kobama, Kumasi. But Akufado, a band in Hoa, Obeka and say we in a pony and Crawford ministers. Want me and the same Akudrona and Kantra Akufado say, Uncle Kumasi group, no Kobama, and go in Crawford. Enya Chumuna do my bedusa, Yachichu, and Yapan Echichu. So we are me, mammy. Meniaba now menia anasa mi papa now adwuma bi ho a ebeboa o ma anasa busia na ontimi ye ne na no ntia se me ho awa so na se obi foforo betumi abeye na nyina ho ato ya na ade na ntina se mudi nya atwo na pese me nkominya trabalise nkwasi asem adware musa abedi bebia modi onye omunya nsu yo bebrebesu thank you
yeda seminia na se pa Libre na besu. Libre no ebesu. Sisa na na kwa koye. Inti wo a so pese ofre no. Wetimi afre why? O pese ofre a wetimi afre yeti ha say 24/7. Yes, because watch ya Benjamin Ben Boahen YouTube more di etrache onije edufa na Roberta Lamte mono moye ardent moye forever for no mini audi no baby akasa free
Hello, when you
Felix, because every US.
Okay, Felix, my uncle.
Okay. The Ghana for make a ceremony say Ghana for se budget here better way. Mohu near me a dear here MPP abine. A dear here say omu moka. And no my young wojuma. Yake be any homo ye wojuma or budgeting. Emum tax a cassian yesandi apimo so. Insu a ekum nipa ebe say or hen kasa or say or share and you crum honum. Share Ghana will see a starting to grass na a check is places near rushings a roady nina ye and no yanya hu budgeto or market ya presidency no and ye is come on and no can on quay and wojuma margin. It's Ghana for say ye ni na yina yan cambum ni yan pound sancrofu we win fee Ghana cra Muamati will MPP for Nagas and Yesuno Sankofu we mas yensan Emma wom ensign handy over Emma Oman Casom Crunis. Hey, nothing near Koyana see a by Mumayam Pamum, Yen Shimu, Na Yen Chirimu. Nya counter measures here, but to walk a bebois or mine on my assassin. I say you. Krumha would be assassin one grave boat through to a more crown walk in soon cry a coaching crown. Would be one bro, you do better.
That's it, Minia.
Aye.
Yeah. Yes, a baby I did see any. Yes. Intino, a da fofro. There is some better ha near Chichim. Tea or hene was soon, but is soon and for solution be amro. What you say, hey, oh my mano, and a can home, and mama will soon, and I want so can home because won't mean can crack and share a nipa into be soon. Into okay, my map the benefit na me foul be last person. Many I'll never be a free. 5 years. I was on call. I don't know why. I mean, mom, the benefit. Retanyaba, Yachiao, Flavio, Michiao, Eric Bringer, and Rijay, Michiao, so Game Boy GH, or say they have started Jandam at Hello FM again. Please, you guys should check them. Jandam, Ben Omasha say, Kabit Mia send a link ni to obey inbox me, and come in Japan, and Korea some cra. Omoka so the Bessa Bovi Michia wants so one you Florence ama Michelle Power Florence Juliet na Sika Michia wants so Bernard Mensah Victoria Payne na mine Modoso, Frank, Jibia. Yes, the chairman. The for say be friend in no. The best sign Asia. Inti wa o friend na o ferry say o be kasa no. The for me and ferry ebishia. I want this beautiful platform. Ya ira kwaku. Michia pa. Bye bye.